First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And now running right through it. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep in it. Indianapolis territory.
It's a gain of 60 yards. And the Lions...
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Slam. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Check. Check the backer.
On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, no takes to start you out a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 1. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike's 50. Go.
They'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now the second down throw on target. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll find Hall. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it second down. Second and 9 now. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
All day, dog. Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 58.
Back to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Screen play, Johnson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. Spins away. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Hall in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They built a good...
What I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Jim, check. Under 10, 10.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, 3rd and long. To throw. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't. And a big loss here as he's taken down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Looking to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jared Davis, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They give him a gain of 37.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down, turned into first. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 3rd down gain of 19. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll drop the throw. He gets this one to Johnson. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 5. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Khalil Mack, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Here we go. Mike's 50. Hey, Mike's 50. I got it. 50's the Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Hatch it. It's great.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And now here's another interception. It's Desmond Trufant. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Go.
2nd and 15. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vic Beasley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. A huge play that time for the Colts. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This will be caught by Brown and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Josh Jacobs, his 14th touchdown now on the year, and the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there.
I'm going to come back to you.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. It's Desmond Trufant. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Hey, we got
And they take a knee. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural. But I
like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Detroit, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland.
Yeah, okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. I think my bread is hard as a cruise on. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.